Hello, 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 hello. It is Tuesday. Another day, another Tuesday, another stream. As always, hope you had a great Tuesday. Hope you had a great day, maybe even a good week so far. Monday and Tuesday together. Welcome. Welcome to this stream, or maybe you're watching it as a VOD or video later. Today, yeah, we're gonna continue the project that we've started yesterday. Let's go to the summary. Welcome, welcome. So, as you can see right there, first of all, of course, the quick sketch, as always. 30-minute quick sketch in the beginning of every stream. We're going to take 30 minutes, not 20 minutes, but 30 minutes. Maybe even 30 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes. Or like this. To, yeah, make a quick sketch. It's just to warm up, get our creative juices flowing. And, yeah, just to overall, start the stream off. Yeah, quick and I guess fast-paced. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do for probably like the first 40 to 50 minutes. I already have something in mind, so it's gonna take longer than that because sometimes I need to find some inspiration, but I already know what I want to do. And afterwards, we're gonna go to the 2D from 2D to 3D project that we're working on right now. We grabbed a 2D sketch, or I grabbed a 2D sketch, which we now convert into 3D. We yesterday started with the overall layout, the blocking out basically. Now today, what we're gonna do, and we also worked on the face. What we're gonna do today is we'll try to finish it. I'm not quite sure if we can, because first of all, I started streaming half an hour later, and also just, I think I want to put a little bit more effort into it. I actually want to experiment around with a few things as well. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'll probably work on it tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is gonna be a lighter topic. It's not gonna take that long, so we can work on that day. So tomorrow, not on that day, tomorrow. I don't want to waste too much time. We are already half an hour late, so I would say we're going to start right off with the quick sketch. Before I do that though, actually, I wanted to see something real quick and then we can start. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. Okay. Just wanted to look into my schedule real quick. I'd already forgot what I had on Friday. Yeah, just to see. Maybe I have to prepare something. I don't really know. I don't really think so, but maybe. I don't know. So let's see. Schedule. There you go. So on Friday, we will... no. Yeah. I want to... Oh, yeah, we can maybe work on that. Like, work on Friday on it as well. Although on Friday, I have like a small project. Like a smaller project that I want to do there. Not working on this project, but rather on something else. Maybe we can do 3 topics even. I don't really know. We'll see. But Friday will be a step-by-step list on how to start learning Blender. Just overall, maybe my advice on how you should start. Maybe some people don't really know where to start. It can be very, very intimidating to start with Blender, just because it's such a big and like, yeah, just super high volume, I guess, product or software. Can be quite daunting to start learning anything. I think it's very easy to kind of overthink what you should start with or whatever. So I kind of want to make a list to just overall, shed some light on how I would suggest you could start learning Blender. Okay. So I've tried using a different server today for the stream. I've chosen a different server. The kind of to find the best server to mitigate the bitrate, I guess, fluctuations, or overall just drop frames to reduce them as much as possible. It doesn't seem like so far there's like a consistency. That's probably just because of my internet, not really anything else. So yeah, I guess this server doesn't really matter that much, but I'll keep trying. Maybe some of the other servers will help. Right now we're up like 5%. I would like to have it under 1%. But maybe it's like how it was yesterday, where it just needs to kind of, you know, kind of stabilize at some point. Maybe that's what's gonna happen at some point. But yeah, I don't want to ramble too much. Let's start with this quick sketch. This one's actually gonna be pretty simple, but I think it's gonna look cool. So what do we need? We need oh, we need my good old human base mesh. That's what we need for this quick sketch as well. I'm just gonna put them in the scene just to have something in the scene to kind of suggest the size of everything. There you go. Blender Cloud Resources, 3D database, and then my base mesh. There you go. Perfect. Okay, Roberto's ready. Okay. So, I would say I'm ready. Hopefully you are ready as well. Oh, I haven't even opened my countdown program. There you go. Okay. So, I would say I'm ready. Hopefully you are ready as well. If everybody's ready, then I would say 3, 2, 1. Oh, wrong countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Okay, so let's start. We have a plane in the beginning. Yeah, just the same that we had yesterday. Make it pretty big, maybe even bigger. Pull it over. No, I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to leave it there. Then I'm going to move my camera. Just, you know what? No, I'm going to not move the camera. I want to grab a 3D scan if that's, if I have a good one. The one that would be fitting for this piece. Although no, I'm not gonna grab a 3D scan. I'm gonna just use my cube. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, like that. Pull it up. There you go. Apply the scale, and then I need another one. So I'm gonna just make another cube. Pull it over here. Bring in some subdivisions. We need more than that. Let's set it to 6. 6 might be too much. Let's set it to 5. 5. You know what? No, I'm going to set it to 6. We then need a displacement modifier. I need some more detail in here. So, and some displacements, of course. That's why I have the displacement modifier. Set it to clouds. There you go. Then increase the depth and maybe change the overall strength a little bit like that. Okay, perfect. Now what we need is we go into the texture. Maybe change the scale a little bit. It can be a little bit bigger. Like that. Actually, I want to increase the strength a little bit more. Like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, perfect. So, let's grab that. And we're going to duplicate it. We're going to move it over here first. We're going to duplicate it. There you go. Put it right onto this, this cube right here. Like that. We're going to go into the cube. We need a... Oh, before we do that, we're going to change the display texture or display as setting to wire. So we can see through the cube. And then we go into the main cube. We're going to go into the Boolean, or we're going to add a Boolean modifier. Select this cube. Now we can cut out parts of this this cube. This looks kind of weird, so I'm going to rotate it a little bit around just to find a good setting here. Or like a, you know, good cutout. We can make it maybe a little bit bigger as well. Wait, what? That doesn't... What is that? I mean, oh, hello. I just clicked out of my program. Apparently that is scaling on just the Z-axis. Doesn't really seem like it, but okay. There you go. Oh, that's quite... Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. I'm going to duplicate this one once more. Do it to a few other areas as well. Maybe down here. Gonna cut it off right there. Okay, go in here. Make another Boolean... Oh, not build. I don't want to build anything. I'm not Bob the Builder. Need a Boolean modifier. There you go. Oh, hello. Okay, we're going to move it higher. Okay, well, there you go. Looking pretty okay. Look at that. Pull it a little bit higher just to kind of get some more of that cuttage in there. Okay, perfect. Let's add one more. I want to put it like over here, just like a small little corner, like that. There you go. Gonna put that in there. We need another Boolean modifier with this thing selected. Oh, there it is. It's quite small. We're gonna bring in a little bit more. Oh. Okay. that too much? No, I'm gonna bevel the whole edge, I think. There you go. Move it over. When probably need to rotate this as well, like that. There you go. And then, oh well, I don't like this cut right there. I'm gonna rotate it a little bit more so I have this flat side over here more. There you go. Oh, there you go. Rotate it like that, so I have like a flat side covering this edge, because it's just supposed to be just to cut in a little bit, not too much. And then we need to maybe bring it closer. Okay, well, that's still too small. Move it in. There you go. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna move it over here a little bit more. There you go. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna apply this. Before I do that though, I want to bring in a Boolean modifier. There you go. I'm gonna bring it. Oh, I need to put it all the way up. So this will be Boolean. I mean, not Boolean. I need a bevel modifier. So I need to, I guess, hide these ones first so it's not like crashing once I do it. Bevel modifier. There you go. Put it all the way up so we get some nice bevels. We're gonna actually make a custom profile. We're gonna set the amount first, maybe like just this much. There you go. Then we go into the profile. We make a custom shape. Let's see what we can make here. Maybe just like a weird little, you know, like that. There you go. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Then we need more segments, of course, to get this custom profile. This looks pretty cool, although I kind of want to change it. It's too weird. There you go. We need one more right there. Probably one more right here. No, that's this one. Why is there like this long flat edge? Although this looks pretty cool. I'm going to keep this. So there you go. I'm going to save this real quick so nothing's like crashing and I'm losing all my progress. That would be fatal. That would be very, very bad. There you go. Quick sketch number 121. There you go. Okay. So we're gonna probably keep this there and then we're gonna bring in all the modifiers. There you go. Okay, perfect. That's perfect. We're gonna actually should I duplicate this? I'm gonna save it right there and then I'm just gonna apply it. Doesn't really matter. Just a quick sketch, not really like a crazy long-term model that I kind of want to make perfect. So I'm just gonna remove all this and we have a nicely beveled cube. I'm gonna actually, oh, I need a little bit more to this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another cube, maybe scale it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna apply the same modifiers. There you go. And then maybe, I don't know, change the strength a little bit. Oh no, I'm gonna keep it there. Like that, and then pull it all the way up. Pull the cube down, just to have some sort of foundation at the bottom. Like that. There you go. Okay, perfect. So, now that I have that, I'm gonna save it real quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some more to this. Of course, this looks kind of weird right now, so we have to do some shading. So let's go into the rendered view. First of all, I need to increase the focal length for this. No, decrease the focal length for this. So you can see more of the environment. Perfect. Where's my focus point? There it is. Pull it up so it kind of is focusing on this block. There you go. Okay. That's pretty cool. I actually want to rotate this so it's not like just facing forward. This way you can see more structure, I guess. There you go. Okay. So next up, what I want to do is I want to go ahead into this cube and make a new shader. I also want to remove the world lighting, so I'm going to put that all to black. There you go. Let's go to the light. Object. There you go. So there's this input geometry, I think. pointiness, like value right there. Let's see if it works. If I use that right now, oh, this looks cool. That's what I need. Can you see it? You can actually. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, now we need a converter color ramp. Put that in there, and then increase the blacks. You can see what happens. We get this nice structure in there, which looks kind of weird, but that's okay. I think this looks pretty cool. Like that. I think that's pretty... Ooh, that's pretty cool. Not too strong, the black part. That's pretty cool, I think. You know, just kind of creating some structure on the cube. That's what I was looking for here. This will be a mask for another shader. What we need first is a principled BSDF. You know what? I don't really need a principled BSDF. I'm going to use a emission shader first. Put that in there. And then I need a diffuse shader probably. Mix these two. Mix shader. Put that in there. BSDF shader. Put this pointiness in the factor. There you go. This looks weird. Wait, what? What is going on here? Why is this white? I mean, it's of course white, but why is it so weird? Maybe we have to change the value or switch these two. That's better. Yeah. So now if I change the color in here, this should, yeah, this one should make all the rough parts rough, and the rest will be white. Perfect. I'm gonna make this, I guess, no saturation. It's I like a monochrome image anyway, so I don't really need any color. There you go. Okay. We then yeah, we're gonna do the ground now. I will actually give this one a smooth modifier, make this round, just because I can. No, actually no, I'm gonna keep it like this. I think that's easy to work with. Let's save it right there, and let's do some work on. Oh no, before I do that, actually I want to put some more structure on this emission color. Pure white always looks weird, so what I like to do is I like to use a image, just to put the image in there and then change it up a little bit to make it more interesting, this surface, this emissive surface. So what I'm looking for is like an image that has very like different values. Which one could work? Let's use this one. I've never used that one before. So if you plug that into the emission, of course you can see looks kind of weird. We can use a, what is it? The mapping node. We also need a color hue saturation node to make this white and black and white. There you go. And then through changing the scale, we can give it a different structure. Oh, hold on. 0.4. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. We can also move it around to kind of get a different texture going. Oh, look at that. That looks kind of weird though. I'm gonna move on to maybe a different structure here. This looks pretty cool. I like that. I'm gonna keep that. That looks pretty cool. But I want to change the values a little bit. So actually what I want to do is I want to use a converter color ramp. Hopefully this will not reduce the colors too much. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to increase the whites a little bit, just so we don't have too much of this structure going. But just a little bit, you know, like that. Not too much. There you go. Okay, perfect. Let's do the ground now. We have this, I guess, very, very non-reflective ground, very diffused. This looks pretty cool already. If we decrease the roughness, you can see it gets glossier and glossier. That's what I want to kind of play with. What we need is another texture. Let me grab one. Roberto, we're going to put in later, so I can actually go back in here. Textures, what do we have here? What about a concrete brushed? What does that look like? No, that's too rough. What about concrete dirty? Dirty. Show me your dirty concrete. No, it doesn't really seem like it could fit that well. What about, let's see, 60 minutes left. Sounds good to me. Almost 17. Metal, mud. Mud. What about mud? No, mud has all these leaves, right? That doesn't really look that. Oh, actually, I don't know. We'll try. Put that in there. The roughness. Put the roughness into the roughness, of course. There you go. This looks pretty cool, but especially like the scale is way too big, so we have to bring it down. There you go. It has this nice, I guess, pattern on it, which I really like. So maybe by using a color app, we can kind of make this look more interesting, or I guess just overall better. Like that. This looks pretty cool, actually. I like that. It is very, very shiny. Although, I think we can find a better texture. Let's see what we can find here. In hindsight, I don't really like the texture that much. Rock rough, rock mossy. What about rock rough? Show me some rough. Nope, that's weird. What about rock mossy? Show me some mossy rocks. This could work. What about this one? Oh, hello. Zip. Okay, interesting. Nothing. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's change the scale. It's way too big, of course, so we have to change the scale. Increase that. This looks pretty cool. It has these very sharp corners. I mean, sharp edges, but that's actually pretty cool. I like that. We can, of course, smooth it a little bit more. I think that... Oh, this looks pretty cool, actually. It has this certain calm, but also very natural look. I don't know how to describe it. It looks kind of like a pond with these puddles. Oh, now we're back to 2.3%. So it looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Had this nice, I guess, diverse reflection there. I like it. Okay, perfect. So let's put that back here. And then the ground looks pretty good so far. I think the ground is okay. Let's bring in some more stuff. First of all, I'm going to save this right there. And then let's see. I also want to bring in the same shadow that we have on the ground on this weird cube at the bottom. Material, there you go. Just to make that black. There you go. Maybe we could make it white, actually. Let's make it white. Just to kind of, you know, accentuate it a little bit more, make it visible so that the cube isn't really like just flying in the air. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Why is it not really... Yeah, I guess because we could probably increase the strength of this a little bit more. What about setting it to 5? Ooh, this looks pretty cool. 10? Of course, the more you do, the more it gets kind of oversaturated. But this looks actually pretty cool. I like that. Just gives it a little bit more, you know, a little bit more power. There you go. Let's actually grab a cylinder. There you go. We're going to move it up, scale it up a little bit higher, and then scale it wider. We then remove a few faces, this one and this one. And then we also remove probably this one all the way up to this one. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one. Remove the faces. There you go. It's kind of asymmetrical, but that's okay. And you know what? Now I don't like asymmetry, so that's better now. There you go. We then apply the same modifier on... Oh, not material. Link modifier. Look at that. Now we have this nice wall going on. It looks kind of weird because we have to move this up. Move it up so it's not visible on... in the camera. There you go. We actually have to move it even higher because otherwise we can see it in the mobile version that I'm going to do of this. Then we're going to add some cuts right there. This will probably bring in way more geometry, but that's okay. Apply the scale. Oh, hello. That's interesting. Well, that's a little bit too big. Can we kind of change the size? Well, that looks weird. Okay, let's bring it back to its previous state. There you go. That's better. Yeah, that's definitely better. Although... Oh, what about linking the materials here as well? Oh, that's pretty dark. What if we change the base color a little bit? Maybe make it grayish. More like that. That's pretty cool, I think. Just this very, very slight structure in the background. That's looking pretty cool. Pretty cool. KKK. There you go. We could maybe use a smoothing modifier just to kind of make it a little bit smoother. 1. Maybe set it to 5. Yeah. Just to make it slightly smoother, I think that fits quite well. Although, no, I don't like it. I like it more with all the structure. There you go. Okay, perfect. What do we have here? We have 10 minutes left. We can actually put some more stuff in the scene. What could we do? First of all, what I want to do is I want to grab another cylinder. I'm going to pull it up, make it slimmer. Actually, no, I don't really need the top part. What I'm going to grab actually is a circle. We're going to move the circle higher. There you go. We then fill the circle, invert the circle, so we have this nice ring right there. We're going to remove this face, and there you go, we have this nice ring. We're going to move it closer to this cube, make it maybe a little bit bigger. Actually, I want to make it slimmer as well. I'm going to grab this edge ring right there and scale it up. There you go. Make it a little bit bigger, so this one can be quite big. We can probably do a few more of these. And then I want to bring in a slight, or just like a little bit of solidification. Set it to 1. There you go. Perfect. Maybe set it to 0.02. We then also use a bevel modifier. Actually, should we use a bevel modifier? It could work. Let's see. We probably can use more segments. Maybe 3. Put the amount lower. This was probably not a good setting. What about width? Percent. Yeah. Maybe like that. That could work. I think that's pretty cool. Or we could also just use a subdivision modifier just to make it... Nope, not solidify. A subdivision modifier. Hold on. To make it rounder. Oh. Smooth. I think that works as well. Okay, perfect. Let's grab this once more. Duplicate it, scale it down. Ooh, this looks cool. This looks actually really cool. Let's do it again. This looks cool. I like it. I like it, like how it is set up. It looks like it's closer together at the back, but it's actually not. Just the perspective kind of alludes to that. It kind of looks like it, but it's actually not. I like that. Okay. Let's bring in, let's see if we can use some volumetric lighting. So we need a cube. Make it bigger. Before we do that though, I want to put the pivot point to the bottom so I can just scale it and everything goes up, not down. There you go. We have to move it up a little bit though, otherwise we have this weird glitch going on. This weird volumetrics glitch. Okay, perfect. We then go in ahead and switch this to wire, and then bring in a new shader, which will be the volumetric shader. Shader, principal volume, put that into the volume socket. Set this one to white. Absorption color to white as well. And then we need to decrease the density, maybe to 0.01. Does it really add anything to the scene is the question. I don't think we need it for this scene. It adds so much noise that I don't really know if it's necessary to add this. See what it looks like without, and then with. I like it without more, so I'm going to remove it. There you go. Save it. How much time do we have left? 7.5 minutes. Okay, let's bring in Roberto. I'm going to save it right there. And then let's bring in my good old Roberto base mesh. There you go. Append. Collection. There you go. Append. Okay. There you are. Come over here. Okay. Let's remove all this stuff. Zip. And let's do some work on this. We want to make it smoother, or I want to make it smoother just to make it easier to work with. So I'm going to remove all the teeth on the top row, the bottom row as well as the gum and the tongue. We can also remove the subdivisions on the eyes. We're not going to see the eyes anyway. So we could either just remove them, or I'm just going to remove the subdivisions. I feel bad if I remove his eyes. There you go. I'm also going to reduce his viewport geometry level. rotate it by 180 degrees on the z-axis, and then place him in the scene. Of course, he's way too big right now, so I have to make him smaller. And there you go. He's just supposed to be some sort of silhouette. There you go. Okay, that's probably too small. That's probably better. So let's see what I'm always struggling to kind of find a good, you know, kind of good pose for him. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see. You could like sit maybe. We could maybe even bring in more than just one. So if he's kind of like kneeling. Like that. Maybe that could work. Where are his elbows? There you go. Okay. Wait, where's his elbow? There it is. Move it out. There you go. Just to kind of lean on his legs. There are these leg or knee pivot points. That's also what I need. I need to move his feet close together. More like that. Okay. There you go. There's the other elbow. Move it down. And move it close over here. Okay. Oh, hello, Robert. Where are you looking at? What are you looking at? At the ceiling. Looks very, very interesting. Nice pose. Didn't know that you can do that. Okay. Let's grab his face point or focus point. There you go. Kind of put him in the scene. He looks kind of weird looking from like there. But let's move his neck out a little bit. There you go. Okay. Maybe we could rotate him a little bit just to kind of... Yeah, that's better. Just to kind of make his silhouette a little bit more readable. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna bring in one more. You know what? I can actually grab one of the other models that I have, like human models. Hopefully that works. I don't want to crash my file, but now I saved it, so it doesn't really matter that much. I have a few more, at least one. Okay, this. Oh, there you go. What do we have here? We have a person man athletic. Oh, it's an OBJ. Okay. Import OBJ. We don't really need any textures, so that's good. That's easier to import. There we go. So what do I have here? Resources, 3D database, models, and then where is he? There it is. Import. Come on, how big are you? Oh, there he is. Oh, that's quite a big boy. Let's make him smaller. There you go. He's still too big, so I'm gonna make it smaller. Move him over here, rotate him 180 degrees first. Okay. That's better. Kind of trying to make him just as big as Roberto. I think that fits quite well. Okay. Do I have more? I think I have another one. Let's see. I know that I have another base mesh, but the base mesh isn't really set up to be used. I don't know. I don't really have another person. I thought I have one, but it doesn't really seem like that's the case. Okay, well, let's then use Roberto again. Gimme, gimme. There you go. Where are you? There you are. I'm gonna select everything. Move it first of all back to the geometry collection. Otherwise it look kind of... This is like a big mess. Now I'm gonna move him over here somewhere. He could maybe be a little bit closer to the rest. Over here. That's pretty cool. Of course, he's not supposed to have the exact same pose that the other Roberto has, so I'm gonna move him up. Maybe even move his hands to get. Oh, I don't want to lift him up. I just want to move his hands. There you go. Okay, hold on. He looks very, very scuffed right now. Where that's his face. Okay, so what is going on here? First of all, we have this back arching going on, so we have to reduce that. There you go. Then his arms, I think the elbows just are weird. We have to move them over here. That's better. Then his hands are way too far extended. If we move them down and lower, I mean further back, we can see it works. Okay, his neck looks weird now. I wonder what that is. Probably just this part. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That should be better. Of course, he's not supposed to look like that, so I'm gonna have to move him a little bit. Oh, this looks weird. Hold on. Gonna bring his hip back. Okay. He's gonna propose to the cube. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's what he's gonna do. Let's save it right there. Do we need more? I like this already. Maybe we could bring in a few more spheres here. So I'm gonna make a quick cursor put the cursor right there, use a few spheres, make it smaller, make it smooth. There you go. We give this, oh, these ones already don't really have a material. Let's give them a material. We have, oh, time is over. Okay, well, that's not really anything I can do now. Let's save it right there. Perfect. Okay. No, I'm gonna leave it without any texture. There you go. Let's save it right there. Let's do the first render and then we can do post-production. We're gonna set it to 50%. Also, render sampling to 32. Looks pretty good to me. Anything else? Nope. Let's render it. I don't need the timer anymore, so I'm going to remove it. And I forgot to hit record, always, as always. Why do I always do this? And if that happens, I always have to I have to download the whole stream just so I can get the quick sketch recording. But that's just how it is. At least I don't have like completely lost all this stuff. Okay. There you go. That should be better. I forgot to increase the, what is it, subdivision level in the render view as well. Now it should be better. Gotta drink something real quick. It's already done. Crazy. Look at that. I like the ground. I like the reflections. They look really, really cool. Kind of stylistic, but also pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's do the post-production in Blender first. Of course, the denoising node always first. And then I could put in a glare node to put in some glare. Oh, we have to move to the render view. There you go. Maybe we can see some glaring already. Doesn't really seem like it if we mute this. Nope. I guess we have to reduce this to... Oh, now it's there. Okay. Maybe that's even too strong. What about setting this to 2? What about 3? I like 3. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna keep 3. Let's save it right there. Maybe we could even set it to high. What does that look like? It's gonna be a little bit smaller, but maybe a little bit more accurate. No, I like medium more. Save it right there. Okay, let's do the render. We're gonna set the samples and also the resolution 100%. Render samples. Let's set it to maybe 256. Let's see how long that's gonna take. There aren't that many assets in the scene, so it shouldn't take like ages. We'll see. We'll see. I actually found a new, like, solution, I guess, to a previous problem that I had. Which is that, if you want to make like a quick sculpt, I guess, I always had the problem that I tried to solve where I wanted to pose the character in the end. Or yeah, the quick sketch is supposed to, or not the quick sketch, the quick sculpt project, whatever, is supposed to have a certain pose in the end. So there are, at least to my knowledge, like 2 ways how you can do it. And the second way I just recently, I guess, improved. The first way would be to just create the character in a V, like a T pose like this, or like a V pose, just with the arms lowered a little bit more, just to then retopologize it later, and then pose it, and then put it in the pose that it needs to be, which of course takes ages. So I always wanted to have a good workflow for the other way, which I didn't really know how to do. But then I actually found a solution. So the problem that I always had was when I do these quick sketches, especially for the face is very intricate. I don't want to do more work than I need to. Meaning if I have a face, of course the face, at least in the beginning, is very, very symmetrical. You can add asymmetry later, but in the beginning it's very, very, if you put in the personality in the face, then you can still work with symmetry. Which means if I rotate an object, it may keep the symmetry, but it is weirdly rotated, so I would have to have this weird camera position to kind of work on it. If I think rotate it and apply the rotation, of course, then you couldn't use symmetry anymore. And I think I never really had a good workflow to use for posing a character first and then working or putting in more detail in the model. But now I actually found a solution, which I never really thought about before. The solution is basically just to link duplicate the base mesh that you've created, or the basic layout. So I've laid out the whole like character first, and then like with very, very basic sculpting. And then what I've done, like right now I've only done it for the head. I have link duplicated it, meaning that if I work on the linked duplicated head, the other head that is in the pose itself will be affected or changed as well. It'll adopt the changes that you put onto the linked duplicate, which means I can pose the character, put in the head base mesh or whatever, and then I can link duplicate the head base mesh over to the side. I can remove all the rotations so that it's facing forward again. I can perfectly work with symmetry, just how I would do it anyway. And yeah, I can work with that, put in all the cool stuff, make it like a character actually. And then if I go back into edit mode or into the layout mode, then all the changes that I've done in scope mode will actually be applied to the post head as well, which is very, very useful. So I actually found a cool solution to a problem that I had before. I'm really happy to, yeah, that I found that. This will make a lot of stuff way easier. Okay. Yep, there it is. Post-production done. Let's save the image. Open EXR. No, I need a PNG. Quick sketch day 121. There you go. And we're gonna go to Photoshop and finish the post-production. Gonna save the file right there. We can actually open the project already. I don't really know if it's still here. Oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. Look at that. We basically finished the head. You can see right now, of course, the more I was working on the head base mesh, the smaller it got, so it's kind of warped and kind of too small, so we kind of have to adjust it. But that's not really big deal. First of all, what I wanted to achieve was like a sort of to put in the personality into the character. Maybe I'll do a few more adjustments, but overall I think that's pretty good already. So now what we're going to work on is the pose, basically. we've removed symmetry. So now we're gonna work on the face, or like the mouth. Give it this I guess munching mouth or whatever, and then we're gonna finish the face. So let's go over to Photoshop once I imported the image. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some post-production. This one will probably be very easy. We'll see. So what we need first is a... Do we need contrast, or let's use selective color correction? Usually selective color correction is a little bit more dynamic, or it has more function than just using contrast. We can make the background a little bit darker. We can go to the gray tones, maybe make them a little bit wider. There you go. Just overall brighten the scene just a little bit. Then going to the white tones. I don't really think we need to change anything there. That's pretty good. We can maybe now use a contrast adjustment layer. Let's see if that actually... that's definitely too much. I don't know if we need one. Maybe a little bit like that. I think that's pretty cool. 27. That's pretty good. Now for the rest, to finish it off, we need the fingerprint texture. That's what I always use for all my black and white images. My fingerprint texture. There you go. Put that into here. There you go. Apply it. And then we need to set it to add. There you go. Now you can see what happens. I'm going to set it probably to 50% and then change the transformation or the position a little bit. Maybe, oh, like that. Just to get this nice structure going. You can see right here, for example, you have this structure now around, like in the glow, we have this swirly, whatever, this grainy texture. I like that. Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's pretty cool. Let's save it right there as a PSD because I need it later for all the other aspect ratios. Okay, save it right there. Yep. Okay, let's save it as a JPEG as well, so I can export it or upload it to social media. There you go. Oh, that's the wrong folder. Hold on, where am I? There you go. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's switch back to Blender. I'll import my image to my phone. Once that's done, I'm going to upload it. And while I upload it, you're going to see a compilation. A compilation about the first 2 months. Or the first, no, of February and March. Let's say that. Just a small compilation of all the projects that we've done in February and March. What was that? What? Okay, thank you. Some weird message on my phone that I've never seen before. Okay, put that in my phone. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna see you in roughly 3 minutes once I'm done uploading. And then we're going to go over to this project and work on that some more. Hopefully get a lot done in the project today. Of course, we're going to work on it tomorrow, but that shouldn't stop us from achieving a lot. So, yeah. Until then, enjoy the compilation. My head is cut off. Hold on. There you go. Okay, perfect. Switch back to standing mode. So, staying healthy. Keeping the back healthy. Okay, so let's continue our project. I need my graphics tablet. Okay. There you go. Let's, oh, everything's ready already. Okay, perfect. There you go. So we were at the point of working on the mouth or the pose, basically. I have my reference as well. Let me pull it up real quick. You can't see it. You can only see this one. But that should be enough for now. Wait, there you go. You can only see that. But that should be enough for you. You don't really need to see my reference. That reference is basically just to, you know, kind of get the anatomy right when you do like this weird pose. Hold on. What do I want to change? I had something in mind, but I forgot what I wanted to do. Oh no. I can remember. What was it? What was it? I forgot. Nothing? I don't know. Well, I'll just continue. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to work on the mouth now. You can see it looks kind of weird, so we have to do a lot of adjustments to make it look right. First of all, we need to go into sculpting mode, of course. There you go. Okay, so I already see the mistake that I've done. We have to pull this forward. There you go. She's actually moving him mouth like forward, like if she's like trying to kiss someone, for example. Trying to catch all the noodles. So this part is actually kind of stretched. Like that. Making it smoother. Maybe we could bring in some asymmetry in the nose as well. There's already some asymmetry, but it's not really like what I was looking for. Maybe we could kind of, you know, pull it up a little bit. Like that. We can then put in a small cut right there. Or not just a cut, like a small fold right there. Kind of like this stretch fold, or like this you know, this. Yeah, this fold that creates when you kind of, you know, have two layers colliding in your face. Okay. Then the lips as well. These ones, of course, are a little bit more stretched now. I wonder. No, they are actually. They should be pretty soft down here. There you go. Make the lip maybe a little bit sharper. Of course, it's very, very stylized looking right now, just because we don't have that much. We don't have that much geometry to work with, but that's okay for now. We can bring in more later. Okay, that's definitely already looking better than before, just because we don't really have this weird cheek going on. There you go. Maybe bringing in a little bit more value right there. I mean, not value, a little bit more. Oh, where's my? Oh, there it is. Oh, a little bit more volume, not value. Value is also important, but not here right now. There you go. So you have this weird dimple right there. I don't really see that in all the other, I guess, references that I have. I have people that kind of like slurp up some delicious noodles, like delicious noodles. We could maybe put it in right here. It looks kind of weird though. Maybe we can smooth it out a little bit more. I need my human anatomy 3D or real life reference as well. This dude right there with his, his face that I need. Gonna put it over here. I, of course, also have a mirror. So if I ever need to look at my own face, I can do that. There you go. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. Ta-da. Hello. So that's what I can do as well. So if I ever need to do some sort of pose, I can just grab that, look at myself, and then whatever. Gonna, you know, see how my face deforms. Just see. She has a, okay. Okay. You know, if you kind of like having a video as reference or just like your real life face, is just a even better reference than just like a small, like a single image, just because you have like the, you could move your face, you can kind of see, okay, well, what happens if I move that? What happens if I move that? You don't really have that if you're working with a you know, with an image. Okay, I like that. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Let's bring it to the other side as well. Of course, this one is more stretched because there's more volume on this side, but we still have this weird duck face going on. What I want to do is this will probably be pulled down a little bit more. Maybe we could bring in like a small, although no, I'm going to keep this stretched so there's not going to be like a fold or whatever. There you go. Okay, the bottom part, we have this fat pad right over here, which I'm trying to keep in. Okay, smooth it out a little bit. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. So now we have this bottom part. If I look at all the reference, do we have any that kind of... No, they all have this... So you have these muscles under your mouth, like for the bottom part of your lips, like to do like this stuff, like for example. That's why you need muscles that kind of pull it back. And I was wondering if, so to pull it back, of course, the muscles have to flex. So like to do this, you have to flex your muscles, which means they're going to be shorter, and also the volume will be squashed together, which means they're going to be like, I guess, thicker. If you stretch them though, they're going to be thinner. So we actually have to make them smaller, I guess. So we have to make them, like remove some of that volume. But on this side, actually, I don't really know. It's still, I think, kind of stretched though. So I'm gonna make it smoother as well, like that. Okay, I like to put in like a decent structure in the face so that you can actually see the, you know, just to make this, give this character or this person a little bit more character. I like to put in a little bit more structure into the face, like this layer of fat, adding that to this face gives it a more natural looking, you know, natural looking face, just because there are more layers. Usually with very stylized sculpts, you don't have that many, you don't really see these fat pads. You only really see stuff like the, what do you call it? Like the, you only really see stuff like the, yeah, just one layer. There's no real structure to it. Everything's basically just smooth. What I want to do is I want to kind of break that up and make this more, I guess, three-dimensional and more natural by bringing in more, you know, these different structures that are in the face, but you don't really see if you have like a, stylized face. So this fold, for example, I don't really like it right now. I need to make it smoother, I think. There you go. That's better, definitely. Okay. I think there's some structure missing. First of all, I need to put in some volume. Oh, hello. Need to put some structure over here. There you go. I also want to make this a little bit more, I guess, detailed. There you go. This side as well. Okay. Of course, she's supposed to look quite young, not like maybe like a fully like a teenager or whatever. So giving her like a little bit more droopiness to her face, I guess, can help make it look, first of all, more realistic, but also more natural. Okay. I think that's too far out. I'm gonna move it back a little bit more. Maybe like that. That's better. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay. We can see it right there. Okay, perfect. I think that's pretty good. So, let's do some more work on the eyes. The eyes, you can see right there, are a little bit... are they actually... I think they're pulled back a little bit more. So if you pull this a little bit further back, like that, that could work. We then have to move the eyes as well. But before I do that, I want to move this side over here over a little bit further back as well. There you go. I then go to my eyes and move them further back. There you go. Probably have to adjust the eye shape a little bit. Make this a little bit wider. There you go. Do the same on this side. I'm probably going to add one more layer of detail to give it a little bit more structure. Right now it's very smooth still. Okay. I think actually the lower lip has to be further out than the upper lip, if I see that correctly. Like that? I don't really know. I can't see it, of course, in this sketch, but I have some reference where it seems like that's the case. But this looks weird. I'm just gonna maybe move this forward a little bit. There you go. I think that's pretty good. Gonna give this some more structure right here. There you go, smoothing it out, of course. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna make the face overall a little bit more asymmetrical. Stuff like the nose, maybe. Let's see. So we could, for example, kind of, let's see, move this a little bit lower. I could also maybe remove a little bit over here, make this smoother, so that it's not like looking fully enraged. Just kind of like as if she's very concentrated on her food. There you go. Okay. I think this one has to be smoother. It's not, it shouldn't be that apparent if it's, especially when it's stretched. Okay. Save it right there. Okay. I think that's pretty good so far. I think we can work with that. I want to adjust one more thing though. If we look at from up top, the shape of the, I guess the nose looks a little bit different. Maybe we could kind of fix that, although maybe just the angle looks kind of different. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. Hold on, I want to see what I look like doing this pose, just to see if I forget something. Like this. Okay, just to see. Okay. I have a clearer picture now. Giving this some more volume right here should work quite well. There you go. Smoothing it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I think that's okay for now. I'm gonna save it there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go into the sculpt, the full body sculpt now. We have to adjust a few things. First of all, the head is way too small, so we have to make that, make that right again. Is that big enough? It looks quite big. I think that's okay. The fingers are in the wrong position though, so we have to adjust those later. Is the head too big? I don't really know. I don't think so. What we can do now, we can actually position the camera a little bit better. Kind of focus it more on what is actually in this, or what the sketch looks like. Oh, there you go. I also want to make this high. So it's at the resolution to something like, what should we do? I don't know, like make it like that. That's pretty better. That's probably better. We then go in here and probably change the focal length. Let's set it to 60 maybe, just to see more of the image. Pretty good. Okay. There you go. We have to move it forward a little bit more so we can actually see her more. And of course we need more. We actually need to see more of her. So I'm going to move this cross a little bit higher, so we can see the hair as well. Save it right there. Okay. Welcome back, Vicente. Hope you enjoyed your day so far. Hope you had a great Monday as well. Hope you don't have any more sleep problems that you had a while back. I definitely don't have any right now, at least. I think usually if I have like sleep problems or like nightmares, that's usually a response to certain stuff, which I kind of have to just figure out at some point, I guess. But you know, just a learning process, I guess. Okay. Yeah, since yesterday we've been working on this, we tried to recreate this in 3D. So yesterday we started with the base mesh. And now today, and the head as well. So today we're gonna add the hair, and overall just try to get as far as possible. We're probably gonna finish it tomorrow. That's the plan at least. Okay, so I think the shoulders are too low actually. I want to move the shoulders a little bit higher. We're gonna go into the torso, move it up. Move it up, there you go. That's probably better. The neck is kind of lacking, so I'm gonna move it up as well. There you go. This side. Yeah, that's usually what happens to me as well. I have some sort of weird dream and then I forget it immediately. I mean, but it seems like you had at least one dream that was nice. So it wasn't all bad. I wonder what the cause is of some like of not forgetting a dream. It's like, why do you forget most of them, but some of them just stick in your brain like crazy? You even like I don't know, you remember them when you wake up, but also you remember them maybe even like a week later, which is crazy sometimes. Oh, look at that, that's way better now. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Yeah, I can't remember any dreams. I just live. Or at least right now. There are no dreams that I can remember. Which isn't really bad. Usually my dreams are kind of weird. Not really, I don't know, like that. Something cool, I guess. More weird most of the time, so I kind of, you know, I'm glad that I don't have them right now. I don't really have any like sometimes I have cool dreams, but they're pretty rare. Maybe I just forgot them all. That could be the case as well. But what I have sometimes actually are these deja vu dreams, where I dream of something and then it's gonna happen later at some point, and I actually know, or I can actually, of course I don't really know if it's gonna happen, but the dreams look so, or like compared to the rest of the dreams that I have, these dreams, these deja vu dreams, actually are very boring. That's why I think they're gonna happen. Like, oh, for example, I dreamt, I think, of yesterday. Yesterday, usually what happens is I dream of like a few seconds of me just doing something. Basically like a flashback, but just going forward. Showing me just doing something, and then that's it basically. That's usually what I see, and those are usually just very, very boring stuff, because usually like flash forwards, I guess, aren't really that interesting if you're just seeing yourself like sitting here, for example, streaming or whatever. So they're always kind of like very obvious that they're supposed to, I don't know, be like those, one of those dreams. Of course, it's always, I can never know if it's one of those, but they seem at least very, very obvious. I just have to wait until, I guess, I remember that at that moment, I dreamt about that moment before. But I wonder how that works, really. I heard of just that it's just a dream that is very, like, so generic that it's just, you just think that you dreamt about something specific, but it's actually just like a very, very open-ended dream, I guess, that could be anything. So you think that's what you've dreamt of, but it's actually not what you dreamt before. I don't know. It's definitely very weird. Okay. Need to move the hands, the arms a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's move this arm as well. I looked into some sort of, I guess, dream library recently, where you can type in basically your dream that you had, and then they give you some, like, it's similar to Google. You type in a keyword and then they kind of show you what it could be, which was actually pretty interesting, but it wasn't really, I don't know, it didn't really fit to what I might like thought. Although they're similar to, I guess, tarot cards or similar stuff like that, in that they are very open-ended, so it could basically mean anything. You can just interpret whatever you want into it, and yeah, because they do it like that, it's basically bound to happen, because you can just in every situation think like, oh well, it's been foreshadowed before, oh my god. But it was actually just like, oh well, you at some point you're gonna discover that I don't know, at some point in the future you'll discover something very significant, and this will change your life or something. And then oh dude, the tarot cards or like the dream foreshadowed that, oh my god, that's so crazy. But then actually it's just like nothing. It's just like so open-ended that it could just be anything. There you go. Maybe the neck is too thin now, but that's not too bad. We can always adjust it to still a base mesh. I just want to get the pose right in the beginning. I think that's pretty good now. Let's save it right there. I also want to put in clothes, but what I want to do first is I want to put in some hair and also the eyes. Let's put the eyes in now. So what we actually have to do is we have to, oh, we could just duplicate them. We can then apply the modifiers. Then we can just move it over here. Then we can probably fit it in here perfectly, hopefully. The artist that drew this sketch, hold on, I have the name on my Twitter. I posted it. Maybe I can find it. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Elisa Ivanova, or on Twitter it's Elisa Art, E-L-E-E-Z-A-A Art. No, E-L-E-E-Z-A Art. Or on Instagram, instagram.com/ELEEZA or ZA, whatever. She does like all these very, very, I guess for me, inspiring sketches, just because she focuses on a lot on realism or displaying realistic images, which is right up my alley. Just because I like to capture real life. That's why I don't like stylistic, like, what is it, stylistic stuff. I don't really think that's interesting to me. I like to capture like a likeness, for example. That's why I do those. I like to put like real characters that could look real. I like to create those rather than just, I don't know, like comic like characters. They just have like they don't have a certain depth that I'm looking for. And with her sketches, you can really see like this organic. It feels very organic. It could be like an image. Of course, it's very, very rough, but still you can see the fluidity and overall just the, I don't know, I just like the style. It may not be like fully realistic in terms of proportions and all that, but still. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the eyes there first. Hold on, let me see. Where is she looking at now? I should probably open the eyes a little bit more. I could also maybe rotate the head back a little bit. Oh, like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I have to do a few adjustments though. I found a new trick where I can do a pose over here, but I can still adjust the head over here. These two are linked, so if I change anything in here, it's going to adjust or apply the changes to this model as well, which can be very, very helpful. So if I go in here and want to change something, I just sculpt it on here, and the same adjustments will be applied to the other one as well. So if I want to make this a little bit, you know, move that over a little bit more. There you go. The chin looks, is it too crazy? No, I actually like it. I'll leave it there. I'm gonna save it now. And then if I go into layout, it's gonna apply the changes over here as well. Perfect. I actually, oh, I think I want to change her. Her expression looks too happy. She looks like she's smiling just because of this, I guess, fat pad. We could probably maybe sculpt it in to make it look a little bit more neutral. We can also just pull down this corner of the mouth a little bit, like that. That should work as well. This one can probably stay like that. Yeah, maybe pull it down as well. A little bit though, just a little bit. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's better now. It's probably too long. Hold on. Let's go ahead. Let's go in here, do some, you know, fine tuning. Move it a little bit closer over here. There you go. That's too much, maybe. There you go. I'm gonna add one more resolution to this later, though. I want to work on the rest first, like the rest of the body. So what I want to do next is the hair. I think the head is too big, actually. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. That's probably better. Okay. So let's do... I'm gonna keep the body first. What I want to do first is the hair. So I need another sphere. What we can do is we can do the same that we've done for this piece. So I'm gonna grab my sphere. There you go. I will... Yeah, I'm gonna put it over here first. I'm gonna sculpt it over here, and then I can pose it when I have a rough sketch, and then I can work on it more to yeah, just have an easier life sculpting. This is a nice afro without any hair. Hold on. Okay. And there you go. So this is actually a good solution for when I don't want to, I guess, retopologize a character, where I just want to create a character, like a quick character, without having to worry about like a good topology, or like I talked about that before. Oh my god. It is kind of hard to or before I knew this technique, or I get reminded of it rather, it was kind of hard to make a quick character, just because I didn't really know how I would do it. So if you make a character, of course, you want to give it a pose, or the character a pose, which means you first of all either have to create them in a neutral pose like this, for example, or like a little bit lower the arms, and then you give them a good topology so that you can animate it, or give it a pose with a rig, which would take a while, or quite a long while. Or what you can do is you can, now that I've found that out, you can create the base meshes first, like with the sculpting and all that, and then afterwards you keep the rotation that is in here. You can see the rotations right there. The rotations are still applied to this object. So if I duplicate this with Alt-D, move it over here, and then remove all these values, it's perfectly straight again, and then I can work on it without having to worry about this weird like perspective and symmetry working right, because this is like facing forward perfectly. So I can basically keep this separate and work on a second copy of it over here, which is just easier. Yeah, probably a weird explanation, but yeah, that's a rough explanation of what I mean. It's just like a similar to modules. You create the module first, you put them in the scene, and then if you change the modules later, the module changes will be applied to all the, I guess, duplicates of that module in the scene as well, which can save you a lot of time. Okay, let's go into sculpting. So, let's do the hair. I need my snake hook first. Put it into shape a little bit more. I need dynamic topology as well. Okay. There you go. Oh, hello. Okay, so let's grab my brush and put some brush strokes on this sphere. Kind of sketching out the basic shape first. This is definitely way too far, so I'm going to move it higher. There you go. Oh. Wait, there's no symmetry. Hold on. Got the symmetry. Okay. There you go. Okay. That should be better now. Now we have symmetry. Now we only have to work on one side. Yeah. Gonna save us some time. Oh, hello. There you go. Moving it forward first. Then we have this part here. We also have this part down here. There you go. Kind of move it closer to the face. Okay. So, first I'm going to set a hairline, and then we can proceed to add a little bit more like volume. There you go. I think that's pretty good already. Her hairline seems to be pretty round, so like, or flat rather. Gonna push this closer over here like that. I think that's pretty good. Of course, we're gonna cover the front with some, I guess, free flying hair as well. But what I want to do first is I want to put in the main volume first. We have some more over here we want to move up. There you go. Okay. Now I can have to decide, or we have to decide where to place the, what is it called? The bun. Whether it is like over here in the front rather, or more in the back. I kind of like it more in the back, I think. We'll see what looks better. This is definitely too wide right now. Especially the main volume is too wide. I'm going to move it closer to the head. There you go. Okay. That's definitely better. Let me grab my trusty clay build-up brush. Put some more. Let's build up some clay here. Wait, where's my... There it is. My reference for a messy bun. Move it over here, all the way up, like that. So now we have the bun. Should we place it like over here? Probably like there. I think that's pretty good. Let's see. I think it's also falling down a little bit on the back side, so it has like an overhang like that. Keep it maybe higher over here. There you go. It looks very like a cube, so I'm gonna make this a little bit rounder. A bit more like a flowy feeling. Okay. Of course, when it's symmetrical, it kind of looks weird by itself, just because it's like, you know, looking exactly the same on both sides. It looks kind of robotic. Okay. We have a big overhang on this, like on the back as well. Like that, kind of like a shroom, I guess, or like a mushroom. Not too much though. There you go. We can of course always adjust it. It's just like a basic start, which we can always yeah, adjust later. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I've watched a few videos about the human psychology, how humans, I guess, or how people react, especially when they're like in a group. Like group, I guess, dynamics really change how a person acts. One of the experiments that have been made was basically, there was one person, like a test person, that was going to the doctor, and the doctor had this ringtone every time somebody new was supposed to enter the doctor's office. So every time the bell rang, what they would do is they would have like 10 actors or so that would, every time it would happen, they would stand up and then just sit down again. So the person that is of course just like the random that has been tested on, or that is tested, first of all, of course, would not stand up. They would just sit there and just do nothing. And then a little bit later, of course, after a few rings, they would stand up as well, kind of just following the group. And then at some point, all the actors went into the doctor's office and like went out. Of course, they left. So now only she is left, or she, yeah, it was like a female person. And what happened was that even when she was alone, she would still stand up when it was like ringing. She didn't even know why. She was just doing it because others were doing it. So she would do that, and then at some point, like another random person would enter. And she would do the same, or like, yeah, she would continue to stand up. Of course, that person, that random person, wouldn't know what she was doing, so he wouldn't do it. But then at some point, he would join in as well. So he would like adapt this standing up when it's ringing as well. Which at some point, kind of like he was asking her, why are we doing this? And she was like, I don't know, but all the others did it. And so they just joined together and did it all the time. So yeah, that kind of showed, like, first of all, how much we are kind of driven by our environment, or like driven by the people that are around us, and also how like a certain behavior can be taught to a group without the group actually knowing about the teaching, I guess. There was another experiment about that. There was these monkeys that had this cage, and in the cage there was a yeah, exactly. There was this this ladder, and on top of the ladder was a banana or some sort of treat. So what they would of course do is they would climb the ladder and try to get the treat. But of course, if they would do that, then they would get I think they would like get sprayed with water, which they didn't like. So they, at some point, like they tried it, and they would always like get hit by water. So they just stopped at some point. And yeah, of course, because it was like unpleasant for them to get hit by water. And so they kind of just, I guess, realized or just learned that if they go up the ladder, everybody would be hit by water, not just the one that would climb up, but everyone which means that once all of them knew that, they wouldn't go up the ladder, of course, and then they brought in a new monkey. This new monkey, of course, doesn't know about the rule. Climb up, get get wet. So he would just try. He would try to climb up the ladder immediately, but then all the other monkeys would like try to hold him back, kind of try to pull him out or try to pull him off the ladder because they don't want to get wet. So that's what they would do. Hold on. Oh, what is it? 1.098. Oh, okay. Hold on. I can probably apply this, right? If this is applied, this is 1. This is 1 as well. Perfect. So this one has to be duplicated. Oh, no, hold on. There you go. What is it? 1.098. So they would get wet, of course. So what they would do is they would pull down the monkey, the new monkey, which of course he would try it multiple times, and every time they would pull him just down. And at some point he learned that he shouldn't go up the ladder without him even knowing that he would get wet. So even if they would remove the rule, they would still not go up the ladder, just because they've learned if they go up the ladder, they would get sprayed by water. This way there's this new group dynamic, and every new monkey that's been put into the cage has learned that through the other ones. There was another experiment which was actually pretty funny. That one was especially funny just because there was this test person that's been put into this test group. All the test group members except for him were actors. So he would just sit there with all of them, and they would get the what was it? I think it was numbers. Yeah, they had numbers in the oh yeah, I remember what it is. You had lines on a, I guess, on a paper, and the lines are, hold on, what is the rotation? 18.3. Yeah, they would have these different lines on the paper, like 3 or 4, and they have different lengths except for 2, I think, or no, hold on. It's either one of them is of course the shortest one, or 2 of them are the exact same length. I think it was the second one. So they're supposed to say which ones are like the same length. But all the all the actors were supposed to say different the wrong answer, basically. Of course, in the beginning, the dude would just say, well, I think number 1 is the correct answer. The other ones would say, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna say number 2. Of course, 2 is wrong. He was right. Number 1 was right. But then after the 3rd or 4th try, there were actors before him and after him, so he wouldn't be the first answer every time. He would always be 3rd or whatever. After the 3rd time or so, he would switch his answer to the wrong one as well. Basically, the ones that the other ones said as well, which of course led to some interesting some interesting which was funny to see him thinking kind of, am I wrong? What's going on here? And at some point he was like, just okay, well, I guess they're right, and he just adapted what they said. There you go. Yeah, it was pretty funny stuff. And then I actually got reminded of that when I watched a compilation of a GTA 5 roleplay compilation of the dude His name is Mick Connell. He would usually stream, I think World of Warcraft. He is a character in that game, on that roleplay server, that would basically just do nothing. His entire stream is basically just him sitting on a bench in front of like this very this fast food shop where everybody would go to get like food to heal themselves or to get stamina, whatever. I don't really know what it's used for. So it's actually quite I guess there are a lot of people around. He would sit there on this bench and just do nothing except for when somebody approaches him and kind of just either like annoys him or whatever, just talks to him. He would always like be very rude and say like, okay, come on, fuck off or whatever, and just like try to get rid of him, which of course people didn't like. Not only because they he insulted them, but rather than that, it was more about him being weird. That kind of reminded me, or kind of brought me back to this whole human psychology thing. It is similar to that. Actually fully reminded me of these videos of animals or mirrors being put in the jungle, where you can see like animals looking, oh, what is that? Like a new object that you've never seen before, like this foreign object. Let's look what it is. And then they go back, like they go to this mirror and look at it, and then they have no idea what that is. They can see themselves, and it's like super weird to them. And it's similar to that. Like everybody was kind of just like drawn, or at least in that compilation. Of course, if you see like the full stream, it's probably not that, I guess, eventful, but still, like there were so many people just like, why are you sitting here? Why are you sitting here? And he was like, well, am I not allowed to sit here? It's just like a public place, isn't it? And then they all, yeah, okay, well, but why? And nobody really understood why he did it. But that was like, that's exactly like the point. I think that's also why he did it. Like nobody really, everybody was just confused why he did it. And it's exactly like against the norm, I guess, which is why so many people are like drawn to it, similar to this the mirror. Like, oh, what is this thing? This is like completely new. This completely goes against everything that I've seen before. Like that, similar to that, which is kind of reminded me of like, I guess, the human psychology videos of like, oh well, you should always do what the group does, and then if you have like this person that doesn't do it, it's such a weird thing and all that stuff. But it was kind of funny to see. And he would do like legit like 7-hour streams or so, just sitting there doing nothing else. Maybe going into the shop at some point and like getting some food, but other than that, he would just sit there. And then if somebody would approach him, he would like talk to them. Okay, let's actually remove symmetry now. I think now it's a good time. We have the basic layout. Now we can put in some asymmetry. You know, it's like they don't even just look at him because he does something wrong or something. He just sits there. It's not like he's like doing a crime or something, which is of course normal on that server, but like he would just sit there and do nothing. And everybody was like, wait, what? What is this? He would just do nothing. He was also like called bench guy or whatever, just because he would do nothing else and confuse everybody. Everybody would always ask him like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Well, am I not allowed to? Am I not allowed to sit on this public bench? Well, yeah, but and then then the questions stop because they realize that there's like nothing wrong with it. Everybody's just like confused about it. Nobody really knows why, or you know, yeah, everybody's just confused why, because it basically doesn't make any sense. Like you just sit there for 7 hours and do nothing. Well, what is that? Like, first of all, probably not that. I mean, probably is interesting, maybe content to look at, maybe to stream, but still, It's just so foreign to what you should usually, or what you would usually do. And that really reminded me of all these videos. Like, oh dude, others do this, so I guess I'm gonna do that as well. Wait, this dude isn't doing it? Wait, this guy must be weird. Let me talk to him and ask him. It's actually very interesting to like see all these videos about human psychology, not only because you can maybe also, first of all, more understand people in terms of why they act in a certain way, why people, for example, have certain beliefs, just because they stem from like the group dynamic, for example, or why people, I don't know, just overall have like certain behaviors, or why they act in a certain way. Sometimes you can ask yourself, well, how could somebody do stuff like whatever? But then if you look into the human psychology a little bit more, and basically everything is basically set by what others around you do. If others around you, I don't know, like buy a lot of expensive stuff or drink a lot of alcohol, you will probably do the same. Or at least you're very inclined to do it just because others do it so much, so it kind of seems like that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, the only problem is if I go into sculpting and change stuff in here, it's not gonna like apply the changes immediately. I think I have to go out of the scope mode to apply them, which is kind of annoying, but also not like that's such a big of a deal, so I'm just gonna deal with it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna look at a few more videos of those, maybe even like I don't know, like just because I kind of want to, I guess, learn more about, like, because empathy kind of involves understanding a person, and if you can yeah, understand why they do it, maybe even if it's very foreign to you what they did, you can still understand their thought process, because they will probably not even understand why they did it. They just did it because others did it, so they thought, well, why don't I do it as well? And then this could lead them to either like a dark path or maybe like a good path as well. Like, oh well, my family or whatever, all my friends always went and worked out, so I went there as well. And it was actually pretty fun and all that stuff, and then you learn more about it, and then you actually realize that it's actually pretty fun, and you do it as a hobby. Or you do the exact same, all your friends kind of try to be, I don't know, supermodels or whatever, so they starve themselves close to death, and then you do the same, just because you think, oh well, this beauty standard of oh, hold on, what's going on? Hello? Why is it grayed out? Okay, weird. This weird beauty standard of or not weird, but there's this beauty standard that everybody's kind of trying to get to. Everybody's supposed to be super thin and super lightweight. So I'll try to get there as well. I want to be the best in it or whatever, you know. All that stuff can kind of shape why somebody does certain things. This actually might be too much hair. I think I have to dial it back a little bit. I'm actually gonna mask this part so this hairline actually stays here, and I don't have to, I guess, bring it back once I'm done moving all this stuff. There you go. Okay. And then there was actually a pretty funny video that I saw. It wasn't even like the point of the video. It was so there was this, I guess, drama previously, or like just like a few days ago with like the, I guess, well-known streamers like Ludwig and all the other, I guess, live stream failed streamers. And then you had the other side with the new and upcoming Aiden Ross, who I think has been streaming for quite a while, but he just gained a lot of popularity just recently with like different videos that he's done on YouTube. And then like I think he had like 5 viral videos or so on YouTube over like a week. Stuff like, okay, well, I don't know, like rappers are coming over to my house and we're gonna do a stream together and all that stuff, which is of course very, very popular, or can go viral very quickly. And one of those videos was this rapper called Blueface coming over with his friend, and yeah, they were just like hanging out and doing some freestyle and all that stuff. And the beginning, of course, if you're like out of Twitch or out of live streaming, you don't really know that much about it. You probably don't really know how it works. So the other dude kind of knew a little bit more about it, his friend. So he was kind of like, okay, well, here, look at this. We're live right now. And he was like, okay, well, live, what does that mean? Like, exactly, like, oh, well, there are like all these dudes here watching us right now. He showed him like the chat going crazy. And he was like, oh, there are all these dudes. There are all these dudes. Can you see them? And he was like, oh, well, but where are all the girls? I don't know. I found it pretty funny. Like, there are all these dudes, but wait, what? Where are all the girls? And he would just like, yeah, they would just like come over to him and do some freestyle and like hang out just a little bit, smoke some weed, of course. What else would you do if you hang out? And yeah, that line was pretty funny. It's actually quite weird to me, or not really weird. Maybe I'm the weird one, but so I've watched a few of those videos, of his videos, like Aiden Ross's videos, just because I kind of wanted to see what he kind of does on stream. He does like, you know, either like just setting stuff like, I don't know, meeting, like Lil Pump is coming over, like another rapper, and we're gonna hang out or whatever. Or he would just like do his own stuff, play some NBA or whatever. And he yeah, would do these. Yeah, he would invite all these, I guess, famous mainstream people like Blueface or other rappers or other celebrities that you've never really seen on maybe YouTube even, or especially Twitch. So that's why it's probably so popular, because you've never seen them before in on these platforms. Just chilling, I guess. You would probably see them more on stuff like Instagram Live. That's usually what I've seen the people do, like the Instagram celebrities, trying to you know, just do a quick live stream on Instagram Live or whatever it's called, just because that's probably the easiest one to set up. You just hit live and then you're live. I've seen a live stream of The Weeknd basically streaming himself working on some music or showing it off, like the stuff that he was working on at that time, which was pretty cool. And he wouldn't really care about the chat, really. He would just like stream whatever he does, and that's it. But I mean, that's what people like, you know, that's why people actually, like, I don't know, watch streams, because they like the person and they want to see what they do, for example, off stream, or not off stream, but like in their private time. Of course, when it comes to streamers, it's more like they want to watch, I guess, the stream, but they are, like, a lot of them are probably there because they like the person, so they want to, I guess, hang out with them. That's why all these, like, Aiden Ross's stream is so popular right now, just because there are so many, probably also because of him, but like there's like a lot of draw as well by other people coming onto his stream, which are very, like, popular. Okay, this looks kind of weird. Hold on. So what I always found weird was this which I probably want to a little bit understand a little bit more. This, I guess, the creation of factions. Basically, people like the probably the most famous Twitch streamers right now. They all, of course, are a lot of live stream phase, for example, and they all talk about like, okay, now we're like the Twitch community, and then there are like these normies. What of course that's what they call them, like normal people. We're not like normal people. We're like Twitch watchers. We're like, I don't know, degenerates or whatever. And they would just basically create this faction between the two. Like, oh, these dudes are different. Of course, other people have different different ways, I guess, to express themselves or do stuff a different way, or like just do stuff entirely different. What they're interested in, all that stuff, like NBA, for example, or FIFA, or whatever, is probably a different audience than, I don't know, Among Us, for example, or Fortnite. So you would have these factions being being built, like, oh, I don't want to have these normies in my chat or whatever. I don't want to have these weird people in my chat. They don't really fit, I guess. Which you can, I guess, you can kind of understand on the streamer side, because you kind of want to have a certain Twitch or like chat nature, or like a what do you call it, like a certain way how your chat reacts to stuff, or like just overall how your chat works, how your audience works. And they want to, I guess, yeah, they want to have like a, you know, an audience that represents them as well. So they don't really like, of course, the people that, they don't want to have the people that don't really, they can't really vibe with, I guess, in their chat, like normies, for example. But there's always these factions, like, oh, normies out normies, get away. And then there are the I don't know, the chat Twitch streamer. I mean the chat Twitch viewer. And yeah, there are the creation of factions. Like, they are different, they are worse mostly. Like, oh well, they're normies, they're worse or whatever than us. And I was wondering really, like, why that is. Like, is it really that they don't really like them, or is it just like probably like in the group of in a Twitch stream, for example, you would have this group dynamic of, well, all the other dudes or all the other people are weird, we don't want to have them here. So we want to, you know, scare them out or whatever. We want to not have them here and make fun of them, basically. You have this weird faction, and then I kind of realized that when I watch stuff from Aiden Ross, for example, that isn't really my cup of tea necessarily. I'm listening to some hip hop, I guess, but not really like as my main music, at least right now. Listened more to it in the past. I've watched a little bit of him just to kind of see what he does, or what his content is like, just to see, you know, get an idea. Maybe there's something cool that I can discover. And yeah, I was just listening or like watching one of his videos with the Blueface and his friend, kind of just chilling in his stream, kind of do some freestyle, putting up some super loud music and just I guess vibing. And then they were doing like a few freestyles. They were hitting some sick bars, and they were like having fun and all that stuff. And I don't know, even though I don't really like necessarily watching the content, it was still fun to watch just because they were having fun. So I don't know. For me, it's kind of like if I can see that people are having fun, that I kind of have more fun watching something, like a video or a stream or whatever. And I wonder if that's like a usual thought, or if that's more, I guess, weird or rare. I was kind of thinking about that because, you know, they always think like, oh well, they would always make fun of maybe either their content or how they act or whatever. But then I was looking at their content, and I was actually kind of like, you know, enjoying it, or not really enjoying the content necessarily, but like just seeing that they're having fun, kind of, you know, made the content actually enjoyable, just because you can see that they're having fun. I wonder if that's not really something people really look at necessarily when they, I guess, choose their content. Of course, I wouldn't watch more videos of those, but just like this small moment, I guess, of them sitting there and freestyling and having fun. I don't know. It was really cool to me. Okay, the right side looks pretty good already. I want to work on the other side though. I think there are a lot of, I guess, group, I don't know, I don't want to call them like, I don't want to always say dynamics, but these group movements or group opinions that people don't really have if you just, I guess, ask them individually. But in a group, they all have them because they together they have that opinion, but like alone, they don't really have that. But I wonder if there's a certain, like, I wonder if it's that, or if it's more that they just don't, they just don't like, I guess, the content or whatever. They can't see themselves enjoying it or whatever. I was gonna ask myself that. Okay. But they're more driven by the group, more driven by their interests. Okay, this looks weird. This looks too planned. Hold on. Okay. Let's do the back. Let's see, how do we do this? We have this overhanging here, I think, at the back as well, which is of course very, very nimble and very, I guess, small. So I kind of have to see how I could do this. Maybe I push this over here a little bit more, and I can kind of continue this mess over here. These messy hairs, or this volume with, like, I guess, smaller hair strands. Oh, welcome, Athrun. Hope you had a great day. Your render box is small. You mean your camera? You mean this one, like this box, or do you mean the aspect ratio? So there are different ways how you can increase it. You can either, of course, if you want to make it longer, you have to change the resolution so that one of them is longer than the other one. So by doing that, you can see it gets wider or smaller. Or what you can also do is you can go into the focal length, kind of reduce that so you can have more of the image visible, which will also, if you, for example, do a architecture render, like in interior design, I think that's what you said. the box when you render. What do you mean? Do you mean the preview, or where you can see that it's been rendered? Like this view? No, not this view. This one here? Like over here, and then there's the rendered view over here. Do you mean that, or what do you mean? Or do you mean there's also this way of kind of limiting the view of the camera? I think you can press B and then you can draw over here, and then only this part will be... Wait, what? No, hold on. Control B? No. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Now we have this small part that will be rendered. Or what you can also do is you can... Yeah, how do you remove that? Alt B? No. Control... Oh, hello. What is this? What did I do? Oh. There you go. You can remove it with Control, Alt, and B. You can kind of select a certain part of your camera view to only render that. Now it changes immediately. I wonder why. There you go. Okay. We have this side as well. Let's bring in some more. Dynamic topology on. There you go. Okay, let's see. Let's bring in some structure in this, and then I think we can continue with something else for now. I think we have a good base mesh, or we can work off of. I want to actually do some adjustments on the face. There you go. Okay. Oh, hello. I'm gonna bring this back a little bit. I want to pull this higher, actually, this higher piece. I think that's kind of part of what you can see in there. It's very, very high. It looks pretty weird, actually. Oh, that's the long link. Let's see. Wait, what is that? Why does it always close? I can't see it because it always closes. I wonder why. What is that? Hold on. Is there a bounding box? What if you go into your rendered view in here? Do you see less in here as well? So stuff like this. Only this small part you can see actually? Or is it more... I think that's what it is. You've set like a boundary. If you could press Ctrl Alt and B, then you should see the whole image again. I think that should be the problem here, as far as I see it. I could only see the image for like a millisecond, but I think that's what I saw. I think I tried to open it in Blender. I don't know why, but yeah. Kind of weird. Never seen that before. Let me try again. Yep, it's gone. Weird. Print? What? No. Printed cycles GPU Google search. Wait. No, that can't be. What if I go into Chrome? Then I click it? No, still weird. Okay. Okay. Let's see. The hair looks good now. I think that's a good start. I want to actually adjust the face a little bit more. Do a few more adjustments. First of all, what I want to do... Oh. Let's go back to solid view. I want to make... I think I want to put the eyes a little bit further out. Although, no, I want to make the nose wider first of all. Just very slightly. Okay. There you go. Then you have the eye as well. This one is kind of squashed together. Like that. Okay. Not too much though. It's kind of relaxed, but also kind of squashed. Okay. This side can be more open than the other one. There you go. Yeah. And then what I want to do is I want to probably pull them out a little bit more. Over here. Okay. Not too much. Just a little bit. Then I have to adjust the eyes as well. There you go. Now we have to bring the rotation back into the eyes. Actually, can we just use those? No, we can't. We have to make new ones. Oh no. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. This looks pretty funny. Okay, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. So, let's grab the eyes and give them their stuff. apply this, apply that. We apply the rotation. There you go. Hopefully that's okay. It should be. There you go. And then we duplicate them. And copy the rotation. You can also just hover over a value and it'll be copied. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. There you go. Now they're perfectly rotated. I can put them in per eye socket. Of course, the scale is too small. Copy that as well. Oop. Copy. And paste. Oh, hold on. I have to apply the scale first, then paste. There you go. Isn't that perfect? Never seen better eyes. Okay. I think she's actually not really looking grumpy. I want to adjust her eyebrows a little bit. Okay, this is looking better now. Just giving it a little bit more, I guess, make it more dynamic by giving it more of a like a more of an expression. Also putting more volume into the eyebrows kind of helps. I want to actually move this a little bit further forward. That's better. Maybe we can move the eyebrows a little bit further back. I don't want to move the eyelids though, so I'm going to mark them. I'm going to mask them. Put some mascara on. There you go. Some eyeliner. Perfect. Okay. Not too much though, so I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. I don't want to lose all this volume here, not too much. There you go. Okay. Perfect. Let's save it right there. Let's continue. I think I want to move the nose a little bit lower. Let's do that real quick. Grab the nose. I don't want to move the eyes either. There you go. Oh. There you go. Not too much. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's way closer to the original. It's of course not perfect, but I'm not striving for exactly the same. Gonna put in some more asymmetry with this middle split right there. I really don't know if that makes like a lot of sense, but I'm gonna put it in anyway. Because I'm a rebel. I do what I want, okay? I don't care about realism. Who is realism? Okay. Okay, I wanna work on the overall look a little bit more. I also want to kind of adjust her cheek a little bit. It's not really that, it doesn't really look that good. Okay. Where's the pinch tool? There it is. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, perfect. It's probably also too sharp. I'm gonna make it smoother. There you go. Just a little bit. That should work quite well. Okay, let's do the rest. Let's put her some noodles in her mouth. She's getting hungry. Okay, so I'm gonna just do the same that I've done for all the other stuff. But now I'm actually not gonna make a separate sculpt. I'm just gonna put it right into her face. I think that's easier. If I want to do that later, I can still do it. Okay, so let's go into sculpting. Oh, I need dynamic topology, of course. There you go. Slurp up that sphere. There you go. Looks kind of like a sort of bread or like a bun. Okay, there you go. We have the basics, but at the bottom we still have to adjust it. Yeah, looks kind of like a swollen tongue right now. Well, that's gonna be noodles real soon, hopefully. Okay. My plan is to make like it's just similar to the hair, make a layer of, I guess, noodles that stick together, and then parts that are just single noodles that I can then, I guess, stick on top, so that it looks more like noodles rather than just like a mass of, I don't know, dough. That's also what I'm gonna do for the hair. Okay. Oh, we have a mask error. Oh, hello. Okay, now it's gone. Let's pull it down. Zzz. The tongue is getting very, very long. Longer and longer. I think that's a good length. For now, I can still adjust it later. Let's give it some more volume now. There you go, going all the way down. We have this side as well. Okay. Okay, we have to get get rid of this tongue look. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let's go back into the layout because I want to do something very, very crazy. I'll grab a cube and cut a hole in the center of this object. Gonna split this tongue in two. Almost. I'm just gonna make a hole. Just gonna put a hole in here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Nice cut right there. We're gonna go to the sculpt object. We need a Boolean modifier. And then we use this cube as the Boolean modifier object. We apply it. And there you go. We have a nice hole in the center. We have this interesting color there as well. This nice pink or orange or whatever that is. Let's get rid of it. Oh, there it is. It's gone. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I could probably put in some structure when it comes to noodle structure, you know? Put in some sculpting some noodles with this very, very rough brush. Or resolution, rather. I don't know if that really works. There you go, I'm gonna leave it there. Actually, no, I'm gonna move it out a little bit more. Spread it out. Just a little bit. You can't really see that many noodles on the I guess on the bowl in the sketch, so I don't want to make it as big here either. I think that's pretty good. Let's save it. Okay. This might actually be too much. We'll see. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna sculpt in some noodles. Which you can't really see that much, but it doesn't matter. Okay, there you go. Okay, yeah, that's okay. hold on. Let's see if I can show you what I think it is, or you can show me, or you can confirm what my theory is. So let's go in here and make a quick render. So when rendering, there's a little box. Okay. So you can see my reference there. So if you render, so what if I press, what is it? What happened? Oh no. Did I save? Yeah, I did. So now if I render. Wait. No, hold on. What happened? Wait, what did I do? Oh, there it is. So, hold on, what did I do? No, that's the wrong one. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, wait, now it's just smaller. That's weird. Oh, yeah, is that what you mean? The yellow box when I press F12. Wait, this one? This part? This this window? Or you mean these crosses there? Or these weird corners? The corner basically, or these you know, these borders just tell you which frame is rendered, or which tile is rendered or is being rendered right now. So it tells you yeah, where the current samples are being calculated in right now. I don't really know if there's anything else that looks like this in the similar to what you have in your render. It looks exactly like, is it? Hold on. It's like a second there. Do you see that? It's gone. Oh, okay. I don't know. If I look at it, I think that's it looks exactly like this one if I see it right, like this. And then these yellow things that are those are basically just yeah, indicators to where the current where the current where the render currently is working at, or working on, what tile is being worked on. Okay. Let's bring in the bowl. The bowl should be pretty easy. We're just gonna grab a... Oh. Ah. So what do you mean exactly? Do you mean this box right there? The box is just telling you which tile is being rendered right now. So it's yeah, that's what it is. Everything else seems pretty okay. I mean, GPU usage is just so low. If that's the problem, I don't think so, but I don't really know. I haven't really had that problem. Yeah, but the box is just telling you which frame is being, or which tile is being rendered right now. Doesn't really, like, yeah, it's just there to show you, yeah. If you want to... Hold on. My render box is so small. How do I change it? Yeah, I mean... The overall render box, of course, the whole frame. This is probably like an in progress screenshot of just, you know, this being rendered in this spiral shape. And yeah, this doesn't really do anything to you, or to like doesn't really do much. It just, yeah, it just shows you what it's working on right now, the render. Okay, let's put in the bowl. Should be pretty easy. We're just gonna grab a sphere, cut it in half. And then we apply a solidify modifier. Yeah, I think that that fits quite well. Over here maybe. Yeah, that's good. It's good. I like it. I want to adjust this arm though. Hold on, no, that's wrong. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna bring it back to its current, I guess, version. I'm going to leave it just there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. That's looking pretty good. Let's call this bowl. There you go. Okay. These ones are noodles. If you, I mean, if you only use, like, yeah, you can switch between GPU or CPU. You can't use both. You can only use one or the other. You can go into your render settings and you can either choose GPU compute or CPU compute. The difference between the two is that for CPU rendering, you should have a lower, or yeah, a smaller tile size, which you can change in, I think, performance. Yeah, here in tiles, I think I would put something like 16 or 32. And then for GPU rendering, you would use like 512 is probably the optimal size. Sometimes if there's like this weird message, it kind of stops your render and tells you, oh well, GPU's too, or like there's not too much, there's not enough memory. You can switch to GPU and then you should be able to render your piece. Okay. The shoulder is still too wide. Why is it so wide? Okay. Okay, there you go. Dude, I don't know what it is, but it just looks so... it looks so wide, the frame of her. Okay. There you go. Move this closer to the face. There you go. Okay, perfect. Kind of fine-tuning all the rest, so I can then go into all these pieces. So I'm gonna do the arm first, I think. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna I think I'm gonna like fuse them all and then give them some more detail. So I'm gonna save all this, collect all these pieces, and then I will first of all probably duplicate them just so I have a backup. Oh no, I'm gonna just save a new version of this. So I'm gonna make this version 2A. There you go. And then I can just Control J to make them all the same object. Then I can use what is it called? Remesh modifier. I use a remesh modifier and increase or decrease the voxel size. There you go. Okay, well, they're still connected, which is kind of annoying. I can't go lower than... What about using sharp? Oh, okay. Ah, there you go. Easy. Perfect. Okay, let's apply this. Let's do some sculpting in there. So, first of all, we have the arm. I'm gonna separate this so we only see the arm, so we can work on this a little bit easier. Oh, okay, well that doesn't work. I guess I could just duplicate this one as well. That could work. So I just link duplicate this, move it over here. And then I can go to sculpting. So if I change, yeah, okay, perfect. What is this head called? Oh, welcome back, Alexis. I'm just gonna not gonna say your last name. I think that's the safest route I can go here. Poinot. Okay, that's the last time I'm gonna try it. Okay, let's see. Eyes as well. We don't need them right now, and we don't need the hair. Here, face. Okay, perfect. Here, pose. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, finally. At some point I have to get it. Now I got it. After 5 tries or so. Okay, so. Oh, there's a nice rip in the matrix. What is this? That's not good. Wait. Can I use dynamic topology to fix that? I don't think so, because it's ripped already. Oh, hello. Nope. Well, that's a problem. I guess we could just... I mean, we could probably just connect this again. That works. But then, that's kind of weird. That takes so long. I'm just going to open up the last file. There you go. Let's see, okay. I'm going to remove the other one. What is it called again? 3D creation, Noodle Girls version 2A, delete. There you go. Okay. So, let's see. So how do we keep it from not ripping, I guess? I guess we could... Yeah, how do we do that? Or we just work with, I guess, the weird connection in the middle between the fingers. We could probably work with that. Shouldn't be a big problem to fix. So we're gonna join all these things together again. Oh, I actually don't like... should I... I think I'm gonna keep the thumb separate, otherwise it's gonna be hard to really adjust only the thumb. Although... no, I'm gonna bring it in. Okay, let's try that again. We need remeshing, there you go. And then we decrease the voxel size. Is it ripped? Nope, that looks pretty good. If we go lower, we will probably break it. Oh, we have some connections there as well. That's kind of weird. Can we adaptivity? What is that? What about using smooth? Nine. This is ripped again, right? Oh no. Threshold, hold on. What is the threshold? What if I set this to 2? Oh, well, that doesn't do much. What do I put it 0.5? Nope. Okay, well, I guess that doesn't work. Hold on. What if I change the scale? Come on, there has to be a fix for this. 0.5. Well, that doesn't work. Why? Why would you do this to me? I mean, hold on. Okay. What if I just move them down a little bit? Oh, oh wait, that doesn't work. Maybe like this. Hopefully this fixes it. Nope, it doesn't. Well. Wait, what about sharp? Oh, I'm at... Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Sharp might work. Nope, that looks weird as well. Please, just let me do this, okay? Aha, hold on. Maybe we can fix it like this. Nope. Aha, easy. Okay. Yeah, just moving these out a little bit further should help minimize these connections here. Especially in the center right there. They should be pretty close together, but of course they're not supposed to connect. Okay, there you go. Move that in a little bit more. There you go. We can kind of minimize the damage that will be done by the modifier. There you go. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna work on this tomorrow as well. I haven't put that in the schedule, but I mean, doesn't really matter. I can decide what I do. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a shorter project, or like the topic for tomorrow is gonna be a little bit shorter. It's gonna be actually about motion design or animations in Blender. Not really just like character animations, but actually animations like the one that you see in the second compilation, with the likeness sculpts that kind of transition between each other using this shader transition. Kind of want to explain how I did that, because I think it looks pretty cool and it's actually pretty simple to set up once you know how it works. And I think it's very effective to yeah, to transition between multiple objects. Yeah, we're finally done. Last weekend we finished moving everything, so now everything's done. We can just finally sell the house. Don't have to care about it anymore. I don't have to worry about all of a sudden having to go there again and having to help. I mean, helping isn't the problem, but you know, just the fact that it's always so sudden, like, oh well, let's go to our grandma's house, we have to do some more stuff there. And okay, well, I had some plans for this weekend, but I guess I can't do them. Can't keep them, like, yeah, you know, that's just the annoying part, or that was the annoying part. Now we're finally done. R. Oh, hold on. Arm L. There you go. Yeah, that's... I mean, of course it's harder if you move out of a house that you've been working in for like 50 years or so. Or, yeah, 50 years. I told myself if I'm gonna move out, I'll probably only take like... Or I will take care of everything so that when I move, I will only take like 1 or 2 days, like a weekend, to get everything over. But then, of course, you have to kind of think about that I don't have as much stuff in my room than what they have in their house. So it's definitely easier to just move my stuff out of my room rather than moving a complete house somewhere else. Or getting rid of most and bringing a few things with them. But still, even if I would move, like, moving is just such a annoying thing for me that I would probably always try to make it as fast as possible. Oh, hold on. There you go. Just such a, I don't know, it's just such a time waste. You can do so much more in that time. And just, you know, trying to make it do it as fast as possible is just, I don't know. But of course, it's always like, if you, like, we of course did it in like a cooperative process. We helped each other. My uncle helped, and then my parents with me. So we always had to find a, I guess, fitting time so that we can all help together and like work on it, or like, you know, move everything out. First of all, move all the stuff over to their new apartment, and then after that, moving all the old stuff out of the house, putting it on the trash. That was like the that probably took even longer than just moving. Wait, is there like no connection? What is going on here? Oh, hold on, I didn't even apply all the modifiers. Well, that's interesting. Let's try that again. There you go. Yeah, so if I move, I'll make sure that it's gonna take 1 or 2 days. And if I think about it, I don't really have that much furniture that I would take over to, I don't know, my new apartment or whatever. It would only be I guess my what do you call it? Like a cupboard? No, not a cupboard. A closet. I would take my closet, and yeah, I mean I guess I need some sort of, yeah, I mean I need to buy a lot of furniture if I would move out, but I mean I wouldn't take that much out of like with me that I have right now. I would probably only take like 20% of so what I have right now. Everything else I would just buy new, because I don't really necessarily like what I have in my room that much. I try to get rid of some stuff, but I still have to kind of find a way to get rid of it. And yeah, I could probably remove at least half of my room and wouldn't mourn about it. There's nothing in there that is like important to me anymore. It's more stuff from the past when I was younger, old toys and all that stuff, which I don't really need anymore. So yeah, of course I would take my bed. I have a sofa as well, which I would probably take with me, and some seats. I wouldn't even need necessarily like a TV. I don't watch TV at all, but I would probably take that with me as well, just so if somebody comes over, we could, I don't know, play some Switch games or whatever. You know, it's kind of weird if you don't have a TV in your home and somebody comes over and you can't even, I don't know, play some games or whatever. I've seen this, what is it? This, not rollable, it's this... Is it rollable? That sounds kind of weird. Hold on. Not foldable, but these screens that you can just roll together in like a mattress. No, not like a mattress, but you know, you can make it like make a roll out of it, and you have this small little. They're like super thin, and that's why they can like be very flexible. And you have this box at the bottom, and then if you want to watch some TV, you can just hit I guess you can start the TV, and then it would just like go out of this box, like roll out of there, and then you would kind of like go out of there and then like create this new screen in front of you, which looks pretty cool. Like foldable screens, the new hot trend. Which is actually pretty cool, because then you can kind of save some room for other stuff. Oh, and I have this so at some point we were looking at an old house that my parents thought about buying and then renovating so we can live there, but it was just too expensive and there was just too much to do in there, so we decided not to do it. Or they decided. I didn't really care about it too much. So there was one thing that I actually liked in there. Of course, everything, like all the furniture was still in there from the previous person that lived there. So we went through there just to look at it and just to see what it looks like. And I actually saw this I guess 3D image, 3D painting. It isn't really a painting. I'm going to show you in a second. It's this 3D hunting trophy with an elk on it. That is made out of some sort of metal, maybe silver, I don't really know, which looked really cool. It's like black and silver. Why is it lagging so much? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna show it to you. Hold on. Can you even see this? Hold on. I have to. Super heavy. Hold on. Let's bring it to summary. Okay. There you go. You can see it right there. That's the thing that I wanted to get out of that house. I actually wanted to buy it off of him because he wouldn't he wasn't gonna use it anyway, so I thought like he's probably gonna sell it. But then my dad actually has like helps him quite a lot in when he has some problems. I don't know, like fixing a light bulb or whatever. So he just gave it to him when he asked, which was really nice of him. So now I have this this new 3D, I don't know, trophy for free. Now I just have to find a place to, I don't know, to hang it up my wall. Probably just like right above my screen, probably my desktop. That's probably the best place to put it. There's like a small little shelf right now, but I think I'm just gonna remove that just because there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing interesting on it. Welcome, Articolos. Hope you enjoyed your day so far. We are working on this scope right now, recreating the sketch in 3D. And talking about random stuff. I've actually gotten two new things for free. My standing desk and this piece, like this image. I'm fine. Hope you enjoyed your day. Your Tuesday. Hope the others are doing fine as well, as usual. Yeah, I think this is too long. I have to move this further down. So I'm just gonna grab it right there. Move it down. Yeah, that's way better. The others are shy. Yeah, it's actually pretty a pretty cool, or like, I don't know, maybe not cool, but interesting situation right now at work for me. There isn't that much to do right now. So what I would do is either like internal projects, like, I don't know, social media postings, or I would do these. I mean, I'll try to, that's actually, a topic that we could talk about. But when I think about accents, I actually think if you can, it is just like trying to speak as native as possible. I think trying to remove your accent is actually kind of like paying respect to the language, just because you try to speak it as clear and as like coherent and as clear as possible. I don't really know why I think that. Maybe that's kind of weird to think about, but that's kind of what I think when I when I think about speaking a language. It has always been weird if I see either German streamers that stream in English, or when I was in English class, and you would have these people that just didn't care about pronunciation at all. They would be like, they would have like this super heavy accent, and I was like, dude, can you not even just put a little bit of effort in, just to learn a little bit how to speak the language? I don't know, that was always so weird to me. There were like these few people that previously that came to our school before they were in our school. They were in a different one, so they had this like different courses, and one of them was like a more focused. Yeah, that's exactly. If your environment really changes a lot about your language, or how much you learn about it and how you speak and all that. So that's very good to do. That's actually what I did, kind of. I decided at some point I wanted to learn, first of all, more about... oh, thank you, Articolos, for following. Welcome. Hope you enjoy today's stream. If you think about the... No, hold on, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. What I've decided to do is actually, first of all, I wanted to watch more PewDiePie videos when I was younger. So I basically decided to only watch English videos on YouTube. Just because this way I can, first of all, just watch and enjoy content in English, because usually there's also just more English content on YouTube, which means you have more to watch. And the more I watch English content, the more I learn English. Not only like the vocabulary, but also stuff like pronunciation, different accents in different countries, and overall just like the culture. So I decided at some point, I think when I was like 12 or 13, to only watch English content, which was actually pretty good, because this way I think I learned more than ever in school. I was never really bad in English, but I was also never really extremely good. But I can definitely say that English was definitely one of my better topics in school that I didn't have to really learn for. So yeah, if you surround yourself with good sources, especially if they just passively, I guess, give you new knowledge, then it's definitely easier to learn stuff. It's similar to how you learn like art, for example, like this modeling, for example, 3D modeling, 3D sculpting or whatever. Sometimes they just sit somewhere in, like on a bus, for example, or like somewhere in a restaurant, or well, maybe not right now, but usually. And then you would just look at people and you would recognize these weird things. So for example, you could sit in a restaurant and you would see, oh well, interesting. Somebody has this weird, I don't know. For example, you can see how the face actually varies. Every face has the same structure, but what basically varies in a human's face that makes them unique is basically like the nose length, or like overall there's the proportions of everything in your face. Someone has a small nose with big eyes, someone has, I don't know, big eyes with small, no, hold on, that was the exact same. Small eyes with a big nose, and all that stuff you can just see. And that's also, like, I don't know, really fun to do when you go out. Oh, well, you can see this I don't know, concrete on your you can see this concrete like as you're walking on it. How could you recreate this in Blender, for example? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think I heard it before, but I was really agreeing with somebody saying, like, if you do art, you see the world in like from a whole different perspective, or a whole different lens, just because you can appreciate what you see way more, because you can derive more value off of it. You can, draw inspiration, or you can learn more about, or you can hone your craft by just looking around, which is really, really cool. And I think you don't really get it if you're not really doing it yourself. But if you do it, it's really, really, really cool. Are you also a 3D artist, or are you more into traditional art, painting, drawing, whatever? Maybe this sketch, like sketching or whatever. I've done 2D sketching before I actually started 3D. There was actually like a pause between I moved over to 3D, where I just did nothing, because I didn't really know why. I think I was kind of bored working in 3D, or maybe even not 3D, 2D. Just frustrated with I don't know what I've done, or I was just bored. I can't remember really, but I just stopped. But then at some point I kind of missed doing creative stuff, especially because I didn't really have school anymore, so I didn't have like art class. So I kind of had to kind of find another outlet, and 3D kind of seemed to be the best fit, and it actually was. Actually, 3D is, for me at least, more fun than 2D. And then if you add the fourth dimension as well, which is time, then it's even more fun. Usually. Animations, usually for me, are more fun than just regular pieces. But they just take longer, so I don't really do them too much. Yeah. I'm more of a fan of realism stuff myself. I don't know, I just like it more to try, I like it more to try to recreate real life, or like try to capture real life in your drawing. I don't know, that's just more interesting to me than creating like a cartoon character or whatever. I don't really know why. I guess that's just a personal preference. But actually, I think it's actually sometimes better to start with cartoon characters, just because cartoon characters have this, they have to capture the essence or the main fundamentals of a body or of a person, for example. To stylize something, you have to capture the essence or the fundamentals before you can make it stylized. If it doesn't look like a human, you cannot call it a stylized human. So I think learning fundamentals through stylized characters is actually maybe even easier than normal characters. Although, actually I don't think so. I think it's easier to do realism first. I mean, as long as you don't have to render, you can work in 3D. So I mean, the only real thing that you're gonna have to take like watch out for is basically too much geometry. So this is quite dense already, but it's still pretty easy to work with. If you only do like stuff like I don't know, you grab a cube and then you make a quick house out of it, you know, like this. Put a cut right there. You know, do stuff like this. There isn't that much geometry. See, this is way, I guess. See, the density of these dots is way smaller than this piece, for example. You can even see the individual dots because they're so small. So as long as you don't work, I guess, with too crazy objects, then it should work. If you just want to try it, for example. I mean, that's probably not like a bad PC, but if I'm working on 3D at work, I use a MacBook Pro, I think. Which actually doesn't struggle that much. It actually doesn't really struggle at all. Maybe because the stuff that I've done in there so far hasn't been that crazy. But I mean, yeah. I think, yeah, as long as you don't have to render, I think you can work in 3D. Life is pretty easy. Just not homework. What is it? Home office, you know, working from home and not really having to go to work. I think I've been at home now or working from home for 2 months now, I think. Maybe even since the beginning of this year. So it's pretty chill. There's not much to do, of course, because we still have to wait for the situation to pass so we can kind of, you know, go to cinemas or whatever. So it's pretty chill. I'm not really somebody that likes to go out that much, like to clubs or whatever. So I don't really miss it that much. I'm not that affected than other people are. But it's definitely, at some point, you know, you might not mind the restrictions because they don't really restrict you, but at some point you still feel them yourself. It's just to, you know, sometimes you just want to do stuff, but then you can't, which is, even if it's rare, it happens, and then you kind of feel the restrictions. I think the first thing that I will want to do once all the situation passed is probably, yeah, go watch a movie with some friends, just because that's probably one of my favorite activities to do. You know, in my free time when I'm doing stuff with my friends. You can't really do that right now, which is of course kind of sucks, but You know, that's just how it is. Hopefully, I mean, it'll probably happen, but hopefully we can at least celebrate together, like New Year together. But I think that's probably almost a given at this point, except for when India throws their biological bomb at us and gives us like a new strain or whatever, like a new type. Do you want to say where you're coming from? Or how is your life right now? Is it affected by the current situation, or is it more similar to mine? I don't know why it's so laggy. Kind of annoying. It's probably because the rest of these vertices are so high. Guess. Okay. Tell me if it's... I mean... I could say anything. I mean, yesterday there was someone from South Africa and someone from Canada. Let's say... Let's say... Netherlands. You're from the Netherlands. Sweden, let's say Sweden. You can't donate to me, so you can keep your $20. You can risk for free. Wait, can I actually see that? I don't know. I'm not that good at using the Twitch tools. So is it Sweden? I'm guessing if you say you're close to me, that still leaves quite a few options open, but hold on. I don't know. What do you mean? You don't know where you live? Or just because of the delay? Okay. Let's see. Wait, hold on. So you speak quite fluently. You even use commas. So that's something very rare. I would say England. No, not England, Great Britain. Yeah, Great Britain. Of course, I would kind of, you know, remove quite a lot of, you know, Ireland and all that stuff, but I'm quite bold here. I'll take the risk. What is it? Am I right? I know I'm right. You don't have to tell me. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Why do you... You know, you set me off by asking why or how's life in Germany. That was probably your plan. You definitely played me. I mean, I still have a... You know, I still had a chance, but I guess now I know. Yeah, I took a... What was it? This this vaccination calculator just recently. The first time I did it, it told me like, okay, well, you're gonna get your shot at some point either in December this year, but or next year, but you know, now it's actually in August, so it's actually going better now, going faster. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's why I put both languages in here. If you have something you want to say in German, it's okay, but the main language should be English. And if there's like, I don't know, a question in German, I would probably just translate it and then answer it in English. Okay. There you go. Okay. Okay, this definitely needs more work. Just like the rest of the the rest of the piece. At least we finished, or mainly finished, the head and the hair. So now we can go more into the rest of the body. And then we can probably add some clothing as well. I think she's wearing some sort of top. It's not that visible. Of course, it's a pretty rough sketch, but that's good because then we can interpret more. We can interpret more of our own ideas, which can be quite fun for sometimes. We had another sketch that we've actually recreated, I think in February, where there wasn't that much, which was also like a sketch. And every time you have a sketch, you can just, you know, you see this small little line and you can kind of interpret what it's supposed to be. For example, this line right there. It could be like a top that is like hanging right on her shoulder, which is what I'm gonna say it is. There you go. Okay. Perfect. It's so laggy. I wonder why. Probably because of dynamic topology, and then also overall just the yeah, the density of the sculpt. Although it's not that dense, I've set it to 50. But I think just because it has so much geometry right now, more than it actually would have with the 50, like with a 50 resolution for dynamic topology, it is actually quite laggy. But it's okay. Still worked. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, this needs more work. Maybe we'll even work on this the whole week. The next 2 days will be more like shorter topics. Which means we have some more time after them to work on this some more. Maybe hopefully finish it this week. That's at least the plan. For the last 2 quick sketches, I also needed, I think, 3 or 4 days. So I think we're definitely going to finish it in this week. 2 days is probably just too short. Of course, if I would definitely only have 2 days, like I set myself like a very specific deadline, then I would definitely make it very, very rough. Otherwise, I couldn't really finish like a half body sculpt in 2 days, or in rather 6 hours. Hold on, where's here? Okay. There you go. Okay. There was actually so I was kind of struggling with hand sculpting. I'm still struggling, but there was this new book that I found. I think I have a pin on my phone that actually helped me quite a lot learning on how to actually, I guess, draw hands. It was more about drawing rather than sculpting, but it actually helped quite a lot because it kind of told you, like, I guess visually it's still the same. It's just for one you kind of can rotate around this, like this thing that you're sculpting, and the other one you can just draw from one perspective. But it actually taught me quite a few interesting facts, maybe, or like you know, principles that you can apply to your not only sculpts but also drawings. First one being that usually the knuckles of your finger is wider than your like the middle part of the finger. So this part is thicker than this part. Hold on. This part is thicker than this part. Just, you know, even just doing that helps you make like create better looking fingers. That I've done the same in here as well. You can't really see it that much anymore, but you can see right here. This joint is way thicker than the middle part. That's how I kind of, you know, adopt the same strategy that they've shown for drawing in 3D as well. So I'm still trying to learn how to actually sculpt good looking hands. I've done like a full month of just sculpting hands, but probably that wasn't enough, or I just forgot everything. Maybe hands are just so complex that they're just always a challenge. I don't know. Okay. Okay, there you go. Perfect. And of course you have these knuckles that always stay in the same place, whether you move your hand or not. These bones will always stay at the same spot. They're not gonna curve or whatever. They're always gonna stay in the same row. There you go. Looking pretty good so far. That's kind of what was missing before. It was looking very, very flat. Adding these knuckles in here makes it definitely look way, way better than before. Just these small details can really change the look of something. Okay. There you go. There you go. Putting in some more volume on this side, and then I think this looks pretty good. at least in his current state. Okay, this looks kind of weird, but that's okay. Yeah, these ones definitely look better than the ones that I've done before in the previous, I guess, long-term project. Compared to them, these looks, at least I was very like more comfortable sculpting them, which is a good sign. Hopefully I don't forget. I don't forget the feeling or whatever. Okay. There you go. Okay. I think the thumb is actually too wide. I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner. More feminine. There you go. Okay, that's definitely better than before. Yeah, it's getting pretty close to the sketch, actually. I like that. Of course, the pose isn't perfect. Maybe the proportions aren't either. But it's just supposed to be a recreation, not a, I guess, likeness sculpt. So I think that's okay. Okay. I'm gonna call it here. We're gonna definitely work on this tomorrow, but this is not gonna be the first topic of tomorrow. We will first, hold on, let me pull it actually up. There you go. Let's go in here. Okay, so there you go. Tomorrow we'll work on this. This will be a short explanation of how I did my the current music that you hear right now is from that video. My second compilation of my of March, of all the projects that we've done on March. We've done, or I've created this transition between scopes because I wanted to have, I wanted to show all the scopes in a cool way. So I tried to create a transition between the two, scopes. It's actually pretty simple, so I kind of want to make a quick explanation on how I did it. It's going to be a more animation focused, I guess, explanation, which is pretty cool because I've usually only done like, I guess, sculpting or modeling related explanations or tutorials. So this one will be pretty fun and actually pretty quick. And then once we're done with that, we can go back to the quick project. We will continue this tomorrow, and then on Thursday we have another tutorial, or basically an explanation, a step-by-step tutorial, I guess, a step-by-step list on how to start learning Blender. That is probably something that I would have liked to have back in the day in when I started Blender, just because I'm someone that if I start something new, like a software, for example, I like to learn it the most effective way and like the best way possible. I don't want to learn something wrong, so I have to learn it anew later. I just want to learn it right away, like perfectly. So I think this could maybe help someone do that. I want to kind of explain how I think the best way is to learn Blender, not only learn like overall the program, but also develop your skills in a, I guess, effective way. Yeah, and then on Thursday we'll probably also work on the quick project a little bit more. and we're probably going to finish it on that day. So that's going to be the schedule for the rest of the week, Wednesday and Tuesday. Friday and Sunday, of course. Friday to Sunday, there's nothing. But yeah. You're welcome to join, of course, if these topics interest you. And yeah. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And thanks for joining, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for chatting. And yeah. Take care.